What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is TimProVision. Guys, I get asked a lot of questions as to how I get better at Apex, and that is, of course, what my channel is pretty much all about, trying to get you guys better at Apex Legends, to improve your skill, to improve your game, to help you win more fights, win more games, all that good stuff. However, today I'm going to be a little bit different with you. We're going to go another way, and this is going to be 5 things that you really do not need in order to get better at the game. I get asked these questions a lot. I figured I would go over them and give you my reasoning as to why you don't really need to be worrying about these things. If you really want to improve, for the most part, you can get 95% of the way to a pro level skill play without worrying about any of these things. However, once you are at the 95% percentile, or you're at the 5% that still needs to improve their gameplay to get a little bit better, this is when these 5 things would come into effect. But if you are not there, say if you're not cracked out of your mind trying to push top tier ranked, you do not really need to worry about these 5 things until you get to that point. So I would really just say there's other things that you can focus on that you shouldn't really be worrying about, and I will go over those things for you today. If you guys do like this video, and if you do want to support me in the channel, be sure to hit that like button. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate your support. I'm not really sure how long this is going to be. We're just going to kind of free flow here. This is a little bit different than what I usually do. So let's just start off with the first thing that I want to bring up, and this is which legend should you main. Surprisingly, guys, I'm going to be real with you. Which legend you are using matters very little in terms of your overall skill. Pretty much all the legends in the game are good in some aspects. I will say I think Fuse is the worst legend right now. I wouldn't really recommend that you use him until he gets a buff, which he's probably going to get when Season 10 comes around. However, for the most part, it's a first-person shooter, and the developers themselves told us at the launch of the Season 9 during the playtest, they said, you know, they think of their game as an 85% shooter, 15% ability type game, and honestly, I even think it's more like 90 to 95% shooter and game skill, and then 5% based off what you can do with your abilities. You should be always prioritizing improving your aim. Cracked aim and cracked gunplay and cracked movement is going to win over anything else. It doesn't matter what legend you are. If you can't shoot them, you're not going to kill them. The majority of legends, again, are usable, so I don't really think it matters which legend you are maining. And honestly, you should know all of the legends in the game. You should know how to play all of them so you can better counter that legend when you do come up against them. And I would also say you shouldn't main one legend. You should main at least 3 legends, because there is a chance that your other 2 legends are going to get picked, and then you will need to get that 3rd legend. And again, at the end of the day, you should really know how to play all the legends. Moving on from here, the second question that I get asked the most, I would say, is how do I improve my aim? And I'm going to be real with you. There is no shortcuts to improving your aim. Honestly, there's a lot of aim guides out there, and they're kind of mostly BS, if I'm being real. There's really no shortcut to improving your aim. You got to just play the game and learn the recoils of the weapons. However, I will say with that, you of course can go in the firing range if you are brand new to the game, or if you're still newer to the game, you can learn your recoils by going into the firing range. And I would say that is of course what you should be doing. You should be going to the firing range to learn the recoils. If you're going to be playing more than maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, or you're playing more than that, I would say you should definitely be going into the firing range before each session to get your fingers warmed up and all that good stuff if you're on controller or if you're on mouse and keyboard. And honestly, I feel pretty confident that I can say this. I know it's easy to kind of look at me and say, you know, I've been playing shooters for 20 to 25 years. I have decent aim, I would say. But I can really relate to this because I've been trying to play Apex on mouse and keyboard, and there is no shortcuts for me improving my skills on mouse and keyboard other than playing the game. I will say one thing that does help me a little bit, as I really have not that much mouse and keyboard experience, is aim trainers, something like Aim Labs or Covix. I do think they help a little bit, but there's no supplement for in-game experience. So you just got to get in the game, grind the hours. Remember, the people that you're going to be going up against that have cracked gameplay, and the pros that you're watching, they've played the game for 4, 5, 6, 7,000 hours, maybe more. And for context, a 40-hour work week would be about 2,500 hours. So keep that in mind, how much they're playing every week to improve their skill. The third thing to go over is which landing spot is the best on the maps. I get this question, maybe not as much as the other ones, but I'm going to say it really depends because it is different every game. You know that dropship is not going the same way every time. Sometimes the dropship will go up the side of the map. I don't understand why it does this, but sometimes it does that. And that pretty much eliminates half of the map, which means you might not be able to go to your favorite spot, or if you do go to your favorite spot, it's going to be way out of the way, and you're not really going to be able to get any kills and that kind of stuff. So definitely keep that in mind. I always suggest landing somewhere between far and hot, not at the hot if you're not too confident in your skill, not too far if you're trying to improve in the game. I would say somewhere not too far, halfway through the dropship path, not one of the hot zones. So if you're like on Olympus, maybe don't go to Estates, don't go to Energy Depot, because those are some of the hotter areas. At the end of the day, though, the drop spot doesn't really matter in terms of you improving your skill level, as long as you're not going too far away and as long as you're not dropping too high and dying right away off spawn. If you're not going for 20 bombs or maybe even like 10 to 15 kill games and you just want to get a little bit better. So if I would say if you're trying to get anything over a 5 kill game, doesn't really matter where you're going. You're going to be able to get 5 kills even if you're landing at a mediocre type of spot. So that is something that I get asked a lot. Moving on from that, though, we are going to have which is your optimal loadout. What is your favorite gun combo? What is the best gun in the game? And there are a lot of great weapons in Apex Legends. I have an extremely hard time making those tier lists for you guys when I do all the weapons. A lot of the guns are absolutely viable. A lot of the guns are very good. Other than maybe like the P2020, maybe the Mozambique. Honestly, the Mozambique's not that bad anymore. But maybe like the P2020, which I consider it to be a starter gun. It's something that you drop pretty much whenever you find anything else in the game. Or it's just something to hold my light mag so I don't need to put it in my inventory. But again, there's so many good guns in the game. And this is even more prevalent if you're coming from a game like Warzone, where you're kitting out your weapon every game and you need to get that custom loadout in Warzone in order to really compete in the lobby. That's just not the case in Apex Legends. Sometimes you're not going to get the gun that you want to get every game, which means you got to be able to make do with what you have. I can't always get that R301 with a purple or gold magazine with an EVA 8 and a purple shotgun bolt. I would love to have that every game. I can have that every game in arenas, but I cannot have that every game in the Battle Royale. And this is very prevalent as to why you should be good with a handful of guns, because you are not going to get your optimal loadout every single game. And the final question that I get asked a ton is, how do I level up in ranked Apex Legends? Honest to God, guys, if you cannot level up in ranked Apex Legends, then that means you're just not there yet. You're not at the skill level where you should be ranking up to a higher rank. So we'll say, for this instance, you're platinum, you want to hit diamond, you cannot get out of platinum. Honestly, it's okay if you're a platinum player. I don't understand why some people have a stigma against other players based off their skill level. I get it. Everyone wants to be a diamond, masters, predator player, but not everyone is that. Honestly, if everyone was that, then there would be no ranks because everyone would be the same skill level. I hope that makes sense. But it's okay to not be a diamond player. It's okay not to be a platinum player if you're gold, if to be a gold player if you're silver. It's okay not to be that ranked. It just means you need to get better at the game. And honestly, the worst thing I can recommend you doing is getting carried by someone else to a rank that you really don't belong being in. Not only does it hurt the teammates you're going to be playing with after you rank up, it's also going to be hurting you and your skill level. You're going to think that you're maybe platinum player when you're actually maybe a silver or gold because you got carried. But now when you go play platinum without those people that carried you, you're just going to get slaughtered. And on top of that, not only are you not going to be playing well, you're not going to be improving at the game because you're not playing with the people that are your skill level. Your teammates are also going to be down 2 to 3 every fight because you are not supposed to be in that bracket that you're with. I do really think ranked Apex Legends needs a complete reset all the way back down to bronze for everyone, and then we level up again. I think this would definitely weed out some of the players that shouldn't be in their skill level. But this is just something to keep in mind. It's okay not to be the rank that you want to be right now. It just means you need to play the game more and improve at the game. The biggest thing you can do to improve your gameplay, guys, is to think about every time how you died. When I'm streaming live on Twitch, if you want to come over there and follow me, you can. Go ahead. It'll be in the description down below. But when I'm streaming on Twitch, I go over in my mind, what could have I done better to win that engagement? Sometimes there's nothing I could have done. A lot of the times, though, did I miss some shots? Did I come at the wrong angle? Did I overextend or underextend? That's something that definitely matters. Maybe you're not pushing with your team. Maybe I ran off without my team. All these are the things I'm thinking about when I die after my games. And sometimes I'll discuss it loud on stream. Sometimes I'll just think about it after the game. But regardless, you should be doing this every game, no matter the outcome, because you do want to eventually improve your skill. And if you do this, it is going to be the first step to you improving your skill level. So there's 5 things. We got legends, how to improve your aim, best landing spot, optimal loadouts, and how to rank up in ranked. All these things don't really matter in terms of how to improve your game. The first thing that you need to improve, honestly, is going to be your gun skill and your aim and your overall game sense. And this all comes by just playing the game in Apex Legends. So there it is, guys. Those are 5 things. If you want to follow me on Twitter, guys, I would absolutely love if you did follow me over there. I've been trying to tweet a little bit more and post some more content over there. I do have a TikTok if you want to follow me on that. And of course, if you want anyone to play with, you can join our community Discord. We are approaching 2,000 members in there. I appreciate the support, everyone that is in there. Thank you so much. And I'm also fairly active in there. I at least read everything. I can't always respond to everything, but I do appreciate your support, guys. I will see you in the next one. Happy gaming.